Hey, what's happening? Coach Chris, Team Criticalbench, talking today about barbell curl wrist pain. Yes, if you've been working out for years and you've done curls in your life with a bar, you've probably had a moment or two where you've had some pain in your wrist. And you might wonder why you're having that pain, whether it be minor or severe, and what you can do to get around it, and hopefully not encounter it again in the future. So I'm just going to talk all about maybe why you're having this issue and the measures you can take to get away from dealing with that in your training. So, I mean, number one is a lot of guys in particular, not so much the ladies, the guys who I'm talking to right now, they're spending just far too much time doing curls, barbell curls specifically. And when you're doing barbell curls, it's a great mass builder for the arms. One of my favorites because you can work with the most amount of weight. You're going to curl a lot more on a barbell total weight than you are, picking up individual dumbbells and stuff. You can, even if you're good doing 40s and 50-pound dumbbells, I mean, you could put plates on an Olympic bar, so you got 135 pounds. And probably get out some reps there, which would translate to 65-pound dumbbells in each hand, which a lot of guys would struggle with doing one rep with. So what's my point there? My point is a lot of times when you overdo anything, okay, pain will follow, okay? So when it comes to physically doing things too much, if you run too much, your knees and hips could bug you in your ankles. If you eat too much, you'll gain weight. If you curl too much with a barbell, you could experience wrist pain. So the first thing would be decrease the frequency. Another thing might be decrease the load. Maybe you're actually pushing with, or curling with too much weight. So you're pushing the limits a little bit too much and too often. I mean, that would be probably the number one thing. The other thing is oftentimes, when you have to go to extreme supination, it's just, the biceps are a supinator, okay? Supinator is what? Supinator is this, turning your palms outward. See how my pinkies kind of go up? And that gets the biceps really engaged. Just doing that. I'm not curling my arm. I just have my arm bent right here, and I'm turning my forearm outward, my palm up and outward. And that really engages the biceps. It's a supinator. So you're in extreme supinated position when you're doing a barbell curl, okay? So my second thing for you would be to look at where you're gripping the bar, okay? So some guys might be gripping, too close, okay? They might be gripping too wide. So it's about kind of finding that happy medium in the middle. If you grip too close or grip too wide, that could be, those angles don't really bode well when you're using a straight barbell, when you're using an Olympic bar or some type of straight bar to do your curls. So your best bet is to hit that bar just outside of hip width. So if your arms are just hanging naturally, vertically at your side, and then you grab the bar, that's about where you want to do your curls, okay? So if you're inside of that, or if you're outside of that, that could put some shearing force on the wrist and create pain, okay? So bar grip placement is huge, okay? So my third point for this, then, that leads right into what are your options or your alternatives to doing just barbell curls for bicep development, for bicep work? Well, I mean, if you're watching this, you probably know some right off the top, right? You could do dumbbell curls. You could do an easy bar, which is a cambered bar that has the bend in it, which is a lot easier on the wrists. You could go over to the cables. You could, just use the individual handles of the D-rings and you have just more freedom there, right? Doing it that way. You could put a rope attachment on that And again, you go from kind of like a neutral to a supinated curl at the top with a rope, or just stay hammer style, okay? So there are a lot of other options besides just barbell curls, obviously, for building up the biceps. So that's what I would say, is maybe do less barbell curls if you're having wrist pain, and do more of the other movements that allow your arms, in your forearms, your wrists, all those points, to move in a more comfortable range of motion. Well, rather than just talk about it all day long, I might as well grab the bar itself. The cambered bar just has these bends in it that just add enough to make it more comfortable. So when you're gripping that bar, my hands are in a more comfortable position. I'm not so supinated, okay? I'm not having to turn my palm outward to the extreme when I do a curl with this kind of a bar, okay? Much like, with this, you can actually grab it in a palm down or a reverse grip and do curls. This is a great way too to fight against having wrist pain, because a lot of times it's just imbalance. We're lopsided in our strength, right? When we're doing curls this way, we're working on our extenders in the wrist, the muscles that pull the wrist this way. And so much of what we do in life is kind of like this, palm down stuff. So it's good, whether we're at the computer or driving in the car or doing something with our hands, we're in this position a lot. So it's good to work those extenders and do reverse curls with a bar, or reverse curls with dumbbells and stuff like that. So you're seeing some of these exercises in this video. So those are my points about getting around this wrist pain that you might be having from doing your barbell curls. Just doing them too often, not incorporating alternative moves, and just when you got to be able to back off. Listen to your body. Pain is your body's way of telling you, pain. There's muscular discomfort in a workout, and then there's actual pain that's coming from like potential injury. So you got to be able to recognize the difference. Is this just muscular pain because my muscles are tired and I'm working them really intensely and working them hard, and and they just want to stop performing for me? Or is this something that's going to turn into a problem where you have that like more sharp, noticeable pain and discomfort? And if you have that in your wrist, and I've had it before, not in many years, but I've had it before, and it's just probably because I was just doing too much, too frequent, doing a lot of the same stuff, too much weight, and just like anything else, over time, things start to give out. So you just have to learn to back off and get some of the rest that you might be needing, okay? Hope you found some of this information helpful, and you can use that and not have to deal with all that wrist pain. I got something free for you. It's a free report. You can get it one of two ways. You can click that little arrow under this video and hit that top line there. It's going to say criticalbench.com/Arnold. And it's a free report all about Arnold Schwarzenegger, the man himself with some of the best arms in the business. There's a better way to get it, though. You can just click this box right here, enter your email, and you can download this free report. It's 50 pages. It's awesome. Great stuff in there. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking over here and check out this other awesome video I know you'll like. Thanks again. Leave some comments and questions, and we'll see you again next time.